for me, I gotta keep it 100 with Claressa Shields. I'm a father of 2 little girls. I got a 2-year-old, and I had another daughter that was born, the day I won that money on Haney. So it'll be an honor for me to put Claressa Shields on the wall, in my daughter's room. But we getting more antics, than we're getting her doing what her calling is. And her calling, is inspiring little girls who grew up like her, and, promoting to them that, you can be whatever you want to be. The water could be dirty. You could be ugly. You ain't got to be the prettiest in the world, but you could go out there and still be something and make something of yourself. And I feel like all of this social media stuff is really taking her off her mission, and the mission long term is to save souls, to help these little girls who growing up, they becoming hoes, they selling pussy, they selling drugs, and I feel like Claressa Shields, especially in boxing, will be the biggest voice because little girls want to look up to girls with the accolades. And Claressa Shields have the accolades. Say what you want to say about Claressa Shields. She that in that ring. She that woman in that ring. And it's not nobody who's done or said different. When you say it, you got to prove it, then do it. Right? Everybody just talking. But Claressa Shields is that. Make no mistake about that. She got everything it takes to still sit on her throne and reign women's boxing. You talking about women's boxing, you talking about Claressa Shields. She's the most accomplished. She has the most accolades. When she's going in there, she's really willing to fight the best. If it's a girl that says she's the best and she's willing to sign that dotted line, Claressa willing to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But it's unfortunate with a chick that got so much skills like Claressa that, she got to have open fights with girls just to hopefully find some competition. This girl is kicking ass, taking names, and these girls, she is running out of opponents. She running out of girls to beat up. You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm telling you is that this is not because she don't want to fight nobody. It's because there's no girls that's willing to fuck with this girl. See what I'm saying? Especially in no big fight. She kicking ass, taking names, and been doing that since the Olympics. We seeing Alicia Baumgartner. I fuck with Alicia. You know what I'm saying? We seeing her get in there and struggling with some of her opponents. You see what I'm saying? We seeing Amanda Serrano get in there and struggle with some of her. Katie Taylor, getting in there and struggle with. We're seeing Claressa Shields go in there and walk these girls like dogs. Treat these girls like nothing. And like I said, it's not a testament to nothing but that woman's skill, her hard work, or her dedication. But you could say whatever you want to say about Claressa Shields. That girl is her in that ring. I don't give a fuck who make a biopic. I don't give a fuck who make a video on YouTube. And it don't matter. As it pertains to this boxing shit, Claressa Shields is that. And she will be that until another woman come along and prove her wrong. That's that. So instead of getting online, just looking for ways to hurt, looking for ways to hurt Claressa Shields, look for her some opponents to fight. She making easy work of bitches. You know what I'm saying? Me and my woman around the house, we got a thing like my woman had that chicken falling out that bone. And then when we done eating, it be nothing but bones in that motherfucker. I'd be like, who in that pot, babe? She be like, nothing but dead bitches. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's going to look like until y'all find a girl that can compete with the Gwoat. Stop challenging the Gwoat, because at the end of the day, y'all need to be looking for opponents, not what she doing in her personal life. Find her an opponent outside the ring so she can make easy work of them inside the ring.